They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting. Right at him to shoot if he's got the good one.
Digging in, David Dahl. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2. So digging in now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Rizzo has a play. And that's the third out. So a fairly painless time. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Giro, tell us about this lineup as they try to survive the wild card game.
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Behind 0-2 now. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outside.
He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Here's Daniel Murphy now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Hard hit ball to second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll get us started in the top of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. And he misses with it. 1-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ballgame. On the ground to the left side. Throw gets him. 2 down. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Skied into straightaway right. Zobrist giving chase. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness, when this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here. And I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Schwarber, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And it looks as though they're going to set up the double play. There's the free pass signal, so there'll be runners at the corners with 1 gone. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Here's Jason Hayward now. And a golden opportunity here to give his guys the lead with 3 men aboard. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. The second for 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Coverage of the wild card game rolls on after this. Stepping into the box, Ian Desmond. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
1-1 to the Rockies' first baseman.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. As soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it.
And hold on there. He got him. Trying to swipe second base, but he's gunned down for the out. The 1-0 home. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Chopped weakly to the left. And there's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 55.
Next to hit will be in the air down the line in left. Schwarber sprinting after it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing doing for the Rockies. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Settling in now, Kyle Hendricks. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Kyle Hendricks.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Behind 0-2 now. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Iannetta puts the tag on him. 1 gone. Here's Ben Zobrist now. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Blackman is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping up now, Chris Bryant. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hard liner to center field. Around first, digging for 2. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
And you have to like a center fielder that's willing to sell out and go for broke there, but he just can't make the play as the ball sails over his outstretched glove. And by the time he tracks it down, it's just too late for him to hold the batter at second.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-1 on its way to Murphy. Throw down to third, but he gets back in time. Bryant at third with 2 away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Murphy's got it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. First offering on its way. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. Into the bleachers and gone. Solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. And the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Now batting, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Javier Baez. Yanked on the ground down the line. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches to strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. And this one goes right by Iannetta through to the backstop. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Baez leads off second with nobody out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Iannetta puts down the tag. He is out at home plate. Now at the plate, Jason Hayward. First pitch of the at-bat. And there he goes towards second. Now a bunt attempt here. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it. And very...
Wow, and they end the inning with the caught stealing. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Fouled away. Popped him up. Baez calls for it. 1 out. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. A ball and no strikes. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Boy, D-Roll, this looked like one of those easy 1-2-3 innings. Next thing you know, a little swinging ground ball and a 2-out infield base hit.
Yeah, it's never too late.
Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Gonzalez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Running yet again for second. High pop-up. Murphy waits on it. And that retires the side. Rockies strand 1. Here's Jason Hayward now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Grounded to first. There is Desmond, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here comes the 0-1. A swinging bunt up the third baseline. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home fifth. Here's Ben Zobrist now. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gonzalez is there, and they breeze through this half. Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Iannetta behind now, 0-2.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
And here's one that misses, so the count runs to 1-2 now on Iannetta. The 1-2. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Gray flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Grounder down the line at third. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He was a ground out victim last time up. Popped him up. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And then ready once again, Chris Bryant. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
The batter, number 3.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
He's getting a lot of first pitch outs, and it's really easy to see why. He's been perfect. 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes to hitters so far in this one.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. Anthony Rizzo will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that dude said it, Dero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Set to deliver the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Zobrist is after it. 2 gone. Here's Nolan Arenado. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here's Arenado with a drive. Well hit to left and deep. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in to try it again, Kyle Schwarber. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line, but speared on a high. And there's one down now. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Missed with a slider. Ripped down the first base line. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Into the box, Jason Hayward. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Blackman is under it, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they lead it 1-0.
Leading off for the Rockies.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. Schwarber has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Now batting, Carlos Gonzalez. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 0-1 pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Hayward has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter.
Stepping in, Ian Desmond. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hit to short. There's Baez. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Down go. So in now for Chicago, Kyle Hendricks. He's been great on the mound.
Leading out for the Cubs. Edgar.
Sun Hwan Oh is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Now pitching for Colorado.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball that he's way out in. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag. Oh, but look here. The manager's up and out of the dugout, so it appears he might opt to challenge that last safe call at first.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Rockies are challenging the
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Overturned, and the batter will.
And he'll step off and try again. Here's Ben Zobrist now. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll run it over there himself for the out.
Now batting.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Drilled to the right side. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
He's running. Bryant at second with 2 down. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. They lead it 1-0. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown.
Leading off for the Rockies, catcher, Frank Iannetta.
Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. The 0-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Baez has it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Matt Holliday will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 7, Matt Holliday.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Schwarber going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo shot here to left, and this ball game is tied at 1.
Yeah, we're all tied up, and it's anybody's ball game after that blast. We live in that what have you done for me lately world, so that gem he was pitching doesn't mean anything anymore.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. To his left, Baez. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a... Jake McGee comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in LeMahieu with a great stop. He is out. Here's Javier Baez. His individual history against Jake McGee. He's 0 for 4. Hard ground ball to third. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's one out in the inning. They got one more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through for a hit. Throw comes in quickly, so the winning run advances to second now with only one away.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw it where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. LeMahieu's got it. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Coverage of the wild card game rolls on after this. Terrence Gore will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 1, Terrence.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
Hit back up, and he's leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
A pitch out. The throw. Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. The 1-0. A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike 1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. They'll try it again from first. And it's fouled away. Count still at 1-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Softly hit to short. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, hit and run right there. I know the guy had to pull up on second base because the ball didn't get to the outfield. But you know what? You'll take the knock. First and second, regroup. Let's see what happens.
Stepping. On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Pedro Strop comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Here's the first pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. And a fastball just a bit high. The 1-1 pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Blackmon over at second. Arenado at first with no outs. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. His career line against Pedro Strop. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Gonzalez has over 200 career home runs, so he's certainly capable of leaving the yard in this big spot here.
Oh, yeah, Matty, absolutely. Right man, right time. He's been there, done that, hit a bunch of home runs in his career, and he'd set something nice for him.
And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. So a big moment in the ball game here. Ian Desmond, as he'll hit with the go-ahead run at third and 2 away. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
Up next for Colorado, catcher, Chris Iannetta.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
The 1-1 pitch. Sliders in for a strike.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Hit sharply on the ground. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. Go to second, and he's out. That ends the inning, but 2 runs do count on the play. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. Rockies lead this one. Leading
off for the Cubs, center fielder
Adam Ottavino hits the ball. Looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Ian Happ is up off the bench as he'll lead off the bottom of the 10th after a disastrous top of the inning. Desmond over to his right. Oh, and they botch this one as it drops in the infield. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That's exactly what they needed. Down by 2 runs, the leadoff man puts himself in scoring position with the tying run coming to plate. The temptation for the next batter is to swing for the fences and tie it up with 1 swing, but a base hit brings home a run and keeps momentum on your side. We'll see how he goes about it.
Hit on the ground out for short. Story scoops it up, and there's 1 away.
the right fielder, number 18.
The next Cub up, Ben Zobrist, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. In there, no balls and a strike. Happ leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hard hit ball to second. Throw gets him, 2 down. So striding forward now, Chris Bryant. Although there are a couple of bases open, we'll see if they think about working around him. Gonzalez is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
And these wild card games are hard enough, as your entire season rests on 9 innings of baseball. But they put aside all the road and handled their business. Now it's on to the division series, 1 step closer to the World Series title.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, when your one hit of the game is a home run and it ends up being a really critical one, you have to feel pretty good. It wasn't a huge day on the stat sheet, but it led his team to a win, and that's all you can hope for as a player.
So for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. The postseason is in full swing, folks. You've been watching the National League wildcard game.
Final line score for our ball.